why are you even asking how many body count somebody has? To you, Lopi. Because trust me, you're not asking to know because she's not going to tell you the truth. No woman ever does. So why ask in the first place?
Hi and welcome to the Blunt Bliss Show. I am Chima Michael and today is going to be a very amazing day, as you all know. Of course, every day is amazing, but today is going to be really hot because we have amazing personalities in the building and we have a very interesting topic we want to talk about today. But before we delve into the topic, I would want you to meet the guest we have for today. Let's meet this gorgeous, calm lady by my right hand side. Please, can we meet you?
My name is Blue. Thank you so much for having me.
You're highly welcome. And of course, you must have seen this very gentle young man in one of the shows before. I don't know why he's putting on his black specs today. I don't know. I feel he's not happy or he wants to devour the topic first before he smiles. So, can we meet you, please?
My name is Lopi. I'm a YouTuber.
Okay, Lopi Law.
Yeah, Lopi Law.
All right, you're highly welcome. All right, so we are going to delve into the topic, and just like I promised, we have something very amazing we'll be talking about today. But before then, please, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, see, you are the reason why we return here every now and then to ensure that we give you the hottest gist, we give you the right information, and we advise where need be. All right, please do well to subscribe. Share with your friends, and this is the encouragement we need from you. Okay, so we are going to be treating a topic today, and the title of the topic is going to be, should a person's past be considered before making him or her your life partner? All right, so of course we have a very high number of youths, both in the African settings and all over the world. Now, and a lot of people are planning to get married even at the moment. Some people are planning to get married later this year, next year, and even moving forward. So the question is, should a person's past be considered in any way, and to what degree, before making the person your life partner? Let us start with Mr. Lopi. Lopi, please, can you open the floor for us?
Yes, I think a lady's past, I'm speaking from a men's perspective.
Okay.
I think a lady's past should be considered before marriage. Because a lot of studies have shown that the more sexual partner a lady has, the more it is difficult for her to really commit to her husband. So and the explanation is, most women, before they can have sexual relationship with a man, they must be attracted to that man.
Okay.
So at least to a level or to a degree. Okay. Now, for a lady to pass that level whereby she can sleep with any man without having emotional commitment to the man, maybe she likes how he looks, or she's in love with the guy, or at least she likes the guy. For her to just go about sleeping with men, maybe for money or for whatever reason, if you marry that kind of lady, in most cases, it's a ticking bomb. Because marriage is not a bed of roses. Okay. Within a very short period of time, hard time will come, definitely. If hard time come, most times she might not have the willingness to endure or be in that marriage. Unlike a lady that feels that respects her body and feel like her body is a temple. Even if hard time comes, the thought alone of starting with another man, emotionally investing in another man alone will make her want to work out this relationship. So I feel like it is necessary.
All right. So before Blue gives her own view of it, I want to ask you a question. So apart from, I feel all men are also in line with your thoughts, where they consider the sexual part of a lady. All right. So let us take that aside. Apart from the sexual part, do you think there are other things to consider or to look into before making her your life partner? About her past.
About her past?
Yes.
I think first, the most important is that promiscuity.
Okay.
But definitely her upbringing, the way she relates with her parent, especially her dad. Okay. Especially in my own opinion, I've noticed that a lot of ladies that have issues with their dad, that see their dad, that have this daddy issue, most times being with a man is always because it is a trauma back from home. So apart from the sexual, which is most important, I feel like every other ones can be worked on. Okay. But apart from that, I think yes, her background and
that sexual thing you're talking about, to what degree can you accept?
I don't understand.
I mean, you're saying that according to you, your study shows that the more a lady is exposed to men, the higher chances of unfaithfulness or lack of commitment in marriage, right? So to what degree is your own acceptance? I mean, how can you make that a yardstick? How can you explain it further?
If I understand your question well, I think you're talking about body counts.
Okay.
So I think it depends on every man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying a lady that has a promiscuous past cannot be a good wife.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the risk is high for a man. So as a man, before you go into it, you need to be very deliberate and conscious of.
No, my question is to you in person. I mean, what is your own level of consideration?
For me, I think I don't want to give a number. I have a number in my mind, but I don't want to say it out. But I don't want to put a number.
Yeah, but you have a number in mind. Okay. All right. So let us hear from Blue. So what do you have to say about, I suppose he has talked about the lady part, and without being told, maybe you may wish to talk about the men part. Let us hear from you.
Well, personally, I feel most men are very hypocritical when it comes to this kind of conversation. The honest truth about it is that most women attach sex to emotions. It's going to take a long while for a woman to detach herself emotionally before going to have sex with another man. But most men do it without conscience, without any kind of emotion. So it's hypocritical for you to say that you want to base your own yardstick or your own decision of maybe this person is fit for me or not, based on how many sexual partners she's had, when you yourself can't count how many sexual partners you've had. We don't put enough emphasis on the fact that men's sexual past also is an important, yardstick in choosing if they're a good partner for you or not. Because they already have this mindset like, it's allowed, they can do it, so it's okay. So you want to go into marriage with that kind of person. How do you think you can curtail him from cheating? I personally don't think cheating is the worst thing a man can do to you.
Okay.
I don't think so. The same way I feel like you're assuming that because a woman has had so many sexual partners, she's going to be wayward or promiscuous when she's committed to you. That's not the worst thing she can do to you. That's my own opinion. That's my 2 cents.
But can you give us a few examples of the things you feel you cannot manage in a man for marriage about his past?
Well, I don't think I respect men that as being through it all. When I say being through it all, being through all the host of women, just because they think they can. I mean, it's important. If it's important to you to know how many body count your woman has, then you should be mindful of yours too.
So that is to mean you're saying the same thing Lopi has said in regards to the ladies' aspect.
Well, I'm not advocating for women, or I'm not saying particularly that a woman's sexual or body count should be a yes. It's your choice. You make your own decision. So as for me, as a woman, I'm not asking if you slept with 50 women. Why? Are you sleeping with them because you've dated them all, or you slept with those women because you can? It's mindset that matters to me.
I don't want us to major so much in the sex aspect, because you guys are making me believe that this sex thing is one of the greatest, although you said you don't see it as the greatest of sins. But then, how about people that have, for instance, you said you're a Christian, right? Are you one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're a Christian. So how about people that have been involved in diabolical activities, people that are not sincere, people that, are deceptive, people that are thieves, these things, do you also consider them? Do you feel that in one way or the other, they are going to be replicated in the life of your children and all? These things, are they not to be put into consideration while making the choice of who to marry?
Okay, I want to say something on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I go into your question, why are you even asking how many body count somebody has? To you, Lopi. Because trust me, you're not asking to know, because she's not going to tell you the truth. No woman ever does. So why ask in the first place? You're not ever going to know.
So can you repeat that? You said no woman. I didn't get that clearly.
No woman ever says the truth.
Wow, for real?
No, I'm not going to lie. And I'm very sure that you might not say the truth and say, oh yes, it's a lie. I will say the truth. We all know, I know that there's some things you keep from your partners, intending partners. You will never completely say the truth about some things you're not very proud of.
Yeah.
You have to get to a certain level of trust. Even at that level, you feel like it's not necessary for you to know, because it will hurt you if you know. So why? Because I'm not that person anymore. So why should I say it? So I'm going to just say that. Put it out there. You don't want to know, so don't ask.
We want to know.
You want to know.
We men wants to know.
No, you.
You want to know.
Don't include me.
We argue that women can undo the truth, but that part of, because it's very important to men, sex is very important to men, they don't want to know. Now, based on the question you just asked me, that's why I said that cheating is not the worst thing a man can do to you. A man can be a cheater and still respect you. He can cheat and you would not ever know. He can cheat all his life, even have a second family somewhere off the face of the earth, and you would never feel less loved than you're supposed to.
Very good, yes.
That's the kind of man I feel like respects you, even though he knows his own flaws, he knows his own shortcomings. That's the side. There's so many things somebody's past could have evolved that can affect your future in a very big way. So they've stolen before, or they've been involved in maybe robbery that led to death, or somehow they've killed before, which I don't think anybody tells you. But let's say they did and they went to prison and they have a record of it. It will mar you in the future because there's some things you can't do because your partner is an ex-convict. If I have to make an example, I don't know if it's okay for me to say.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's already out there, so it's not something new. Nicki Minaj husband is an ex-rapist. I don't even know what they call ex-rapist, because if you're a rapist, you're a rapist. You're just a rapist. Do you understand? He's an abusive man. But this is a man that she chose because I don't think she thinks that because of the kind of person she is, it doesn't matter. But that matters if she actually wants to do something important in her life aside from music. So imagine that I want to get married in this my status to an ex-rapist. I won't even do that. I will never trust him with my kids. We have things on there that fathers are raping their daughters and stuff. If somebody has a past like that, even if you want to forgive them and see them above that, when you have kids, it changes. You start feeling somehow. If there's any little thing, that suspicion will come out again. What's the point?
Okay, I get the point. Lopi, what's your view?
Yeah, like she said, for a man, I feel like the promiscuity is the biggest dark past a lady can have. Like she said a man cheating is not the worst thing a man can do to a woman. But for a man, for most men, I'm not speaking for all men, for most men, cheating is like the worst thing. The worst disrespect a woman can disrespect a man. So now coming back to a question of maybe being diabolic, or I don't think it is the worst thing. It might not be his preferred choice. But if she was involved in like in Africa now, some people might say this is the
superstitions?
No, sexist idea. But in some part of Africa, they believe a woman does not really have a religion until she marries. You're right. So when you meet a woman that truly loves you, that truly adores you, she wants to worship your God, she wants to attend your church, your favorite football team becomes her favorite, like she becomes part of your life. So in most cases, even if probably in the past she was into diabolic, probably because of her family, if she has left that one and now she maybe as a Christian, she now becomes a Christian, it is not the worst thing a man can.
All right, to you, let me be a bit specific to you. Now, we've seen a lot of people that say they are digital obanjes, all right? They do this digital obanje kind of thing. And following what you have said, you said a lady does not have a religion. All right, so she can actually change. So you walk up to a lady and you want to get married to her, and she tells you, I have been a digital obanje for 5-10 years thereabout. All right, so do you think you can consider getting married to her? According to your statement, you can consider getting married to her to change her from what she has been doing to the new kind of lifestyle you want to set for her?
I don't believe it changes anybody. That is one thing about me.
All right.
I do not believe in changing anybody. I believe you can work on somebody to make the person better at whatever they are. But this idea or this concept of changing somebody from Ogbanje to Christian or Muslim, I do not believe in that.
So you are going to marry her that way and live?
No, I will not even go for that because I met her there. But in a situation whereby I met her in my own religion, and from maybe talking and all, she now tells me before she was into, if I love her, I can still do it. I can still go ahead with the marriage.
So what do you consider before love? When you say if you love her, don't you ask these questions? Don't you try to know these things before you love?
That is a very good question. Personally, what I consider before love is respect.
Okay, if she respects you.
No, not just if she, that when we talk about marriage. Not just if she respects me. If she respects me is one of it. But before I will marry a lady, before I will talk of starting a family with a lady, there's something I feel like most men want from a lady. Apart from respect from her herself, I would think, will the society respect me for marrying this lady? Or at least, will I maintain my respect I've built over years by marrying this lady?
When you say the society will respect you, are you marrying for the society?
No, but we live in a society, generally in the world, where married men are more respected than single men. Now, as a man, for a man to be respected, unlike a woman, if you are beautiful, you can have respect and all. For a man to be respected, you must have built yourself over years. Right? Now, there are ladies you marry that probably she's dancing naked on TikTok.
Okay.
It might make you lose respect among your peers.
Okay.
There are ladies you marry that you cannot talk to, or she talks back at you in public. It will make you lose respect among your peers.
Okay.
There are ladies you marry that once they come into your community, into your area, they start fighting with everybody. They start causing fights with everybody. You come to your family, everybody now distance themselves away from you.
Okay.
Right? So for me, I think respect is one of the biggest things. I'm not talking about respect like as in she should fear me and no.
No, we know the meaning of respect.
So,
yeah.
If a lady, if I can at least maintain the respect I've built over years by marrying a lady, or gain more respect for marrying her, and she herself respecting me, I think it's above law.
All right. So I would want to ask Blue. See, we have a lot of people out there. A lot of broken relationships, right? Where the lady will tend to tell the guy the truth, to say, see what has happened in my past and all. And so many guys, they will pretend to be cool with it, maybe for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. And before you know, they get withdrawn. All right. So what is your advice to these ladies out there? I mean, I would want you to advise them. They've had maybe a rough past for 1 or 2 reasons, all right? And they are thinking, how do I further my life? How do I further my future? What advice do you have for them?
I'm not going to advise anybody, like, I'm of the school of thought that everybody's situation is different. But one thing that should be key is you being authentic to yourself.
You being what?
Authentic to yourself.
Okay.
If I come to you and I decide to tell you the truth about me, it's not as a result of you. It's a decision I made for me. So me being authentic is a choice. How you receive it is your choice. It's like communication. I'm responsible for what I say to you. How you receive it is your choice. So even if you're going to leave at the end of the day, I have been honest. I expect you to be honest.
Yeah.
If you don't receive it, it's your cup of tea. Because if I don't tell you now and you find out later, it's going to be worse. So better you leave now than leave later. So it's better that whatever you want to start off, you lay the right foundation for it. If you know this truth is important for you to say to whoever you intend to be with, then say it. It's better you say it. If they can't receive it and they have to go, it's always you've come out on top. That's just you've come out on top because you have nothing to lose. There's nothing they can find out that will be so demeaning that you will not start saying MMM later on, and then you would have had 2-3 kids and then you can't handle it, then you're a single mom. So better they leave you single and really single than leave you with 3 kids, or then you have a split marriage and then you're that mother that is juggling kids and an ex-husband. So it's always better. Always come with your right foot forward. Say the truth if you have to. For every case, there's an exception.
Okay. Before Lopi gives his own input, I would want to ask you a question. Are you saying that ladies should always tell the truth to their proposed husbands, no matter how bad or how sad it is?
I didn't say that. That's why I said there's always an exception.
What can you give us examples of exceptions?
What you don't know won't hurt you. It is true. Ignorance is bliss. It is true, but only to some degrees.
So what are the things that ladies hide from men? What are the things they don't tell a man that is intending to marry them?
Okay.
Body counts.
Well, yeah, you just said
One. Okay, one is body count.
Wait. They will never tell you the truth. But one other thing is, a lot of things are not important to men.
No, you would not determine what is important to us or what is not important.
You are not dating men, you won't know. I am
a man, so I know what.
Wait, I am the higher factor here. When I say I'm the higher factor, men always want to assume that they know better when it comes to relationship because they relate to their fellow men. Your fellow man will say that you're drinking and he's going to be a man to you. But at home, he's not that same man to his woman. So you cannot deduce how a man is with his woman.
Okay.
So I'm telling you for a fact that there are so many things that don't matter to a man that really likes you.
All right. So my question is, what are the things ladies feel that don't matter to men and they don't tell men the truth about it?
Most times it's always about sex.
Body count. What else?
And the things they do to keep him.
I want to.
Like what? Like what?
You were saying about worship, what you were talking about.
Oh yeah. Digital bandages.
Yes, and I say it. What you worship is your religion.
Okay.
It necessarily doesn't even have to be God.
Okay.
Some ladies are Christians. They go to church. You find them in the choirs, but they buy all this diabolical shit. They buy all this waist bead, do all this kayamata and stuff.
And also kayamata and waist bead and the rest of it. Yeah.
Those things are what they do to keep the man. Because some men don't even know that this lady likes them enough to want to be kept.
And those things they work. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I've not used it. Another thing I want to say. My people used to say something. So if you're Yoruba, you would understand. I will translate. It says "Ikunle koniwa." He's talking about respect. My people believes that you showing respect is not real respect. You can show it. Let everybody say it. That you're dutiful to your husband, even to him. You do all the right things because you know that's what he wants to see, but you're not really respectful. Respect is an innate thing. It's who you are. It's what you do regardless of whoever it is. Whether they were kind to you or not, whether you're dating them or not, you respect people because you appreciate them as a person. You also have to know that, and I feel like most men don't. Those are other things that women also do to keep a man. They feel like, he wants me to respect him, and I really want to keep him because he's a high value guy, like we were talking about before. So they do all those things for you to see.
So to summarize this topic, I want Lopi, give us an advice. The people that are out there, so they want to hear from you. There are people that have broken relationships. There are people that are passing through a lot of difficulties in their relationship right now as a result of the truth they have told their partners. Maybe as a guy, you tell your partner the truth, or as a lady, she tells her partner the truth, and the partner is wanting to leave them. So what do you have to say about this?
Anything you know you will not be proud of, do not do it.
Okay.
Anything you know you are not proud of, you will not do it. Now, that is especially for ladies. For both genders, but especially for ladies, in terms of marriage. Now, for a man, I'm not saying a man should not go for a lady that has a past if she has changed. But I would advise he should be careful and more cautious of what he's doing.
Okay, I want to ask you a question quickly. Now, it's specific to you. Would you say that all the things you have done before now, that you're proud of them?
I'm proud of 80% of things I've done.
Okay, so what if a lady rejects you because of the 20%?
I don't think I've done anything that serious.
It depends on what you call serious, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Now, when for instance, we see a replica of you in a lady that has done 80% of good and maybe 20% of bad in her past, will you still regard her as a good person?
Now, like she said earlier, she made a very good point. There's something we are confusing. We think the loyalty for men and women are the same. Or a man's past and a woman's past. Both genders, our past matters. But it is not the same.
All right.
Now, she said something, and I believe that is how most women think. Not all, but most women. Cheating for a man is not the worst a man can do to a woman, because we have established that a man can truly love his wife, can die for his wife, and still cheat on her. But it's not like that for women. Now, if you want to use sexual past of a man, the sexual past of a man to judge him, you might make a mistake. I'm not saying men should have a dirty past. But she said something earlier, like a man that is a rapist, a man that is a thief in the past, a man that's a killer. All those things are what are important for a man in a man's past. While sexual promiscuity is what is important for a woman's past. So if we want to talk about that one, I don't think I have any dirty past. I don't think any shady thing. I've not killed anybody.
For the interest of time, Blue, do you have to say anything before we wrap up the show for today?
To all women. A man's sexual past is also important. He's the kind of man that chases after prostitutes. He has less value in himself. I don't think you should attach yourself to a man that doesn't even value himself. Because men expect you to put a value on yourself, to put a price on yourself, and be much more conservative or much more reserved. They can't be too. They can be. Most men that feel like they are not for every woman and don't sleep around as fast going to dating prostitutes, patronizing them, and think it's a good way of life, I don't think they can be good husbands. That's just me.
Okay. You want to say anything?
Finally, I'm not saying much. A woman is interested in a man's future, while a man is interested in a woman's past. So if you're a lady, be careful everything you do. If you want to get married, if you don't want to get married, it's okay. But if you're a lady, you should know. You might say it is not fair. It might be unfair, but the truth still remains that most men will disqualify you if you have a dirty past. And as a man, if you are not working to have a better future, 100%, most women will also disqualify you. All
right. Thank you so very much, guys, for appearing in the show today. It was quite amazing, and I suppose that a lot of people out there will benefit from it. So if you're out there and you're having difficulties in your relationship as a result of maybe the mistakes you have made in time past, see, my take is a person's past should be put into consideration because people differ. All right, there are things we all can manage. There are things that can also break us. So when you're putting people's past into consideration, please do not judge them. Also, just like Lopi has said earlier, if you're out there, please try to manage the kind of life you live, all right? For you not to have a lot of past, negative past that would make a man or a lady not to consider you for something good, not just about marriage, all right? Wherever you find yourself, whatever you do, try to see that you do things that are right so you can be proud of your past. I wish you all the best, and I know you're going to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Lopi is going to call his YouTube channel for you guys also, so that you can follow him there.
On YouTube, I am Lopi Law. And on TikTok, I'm Lopi410.
419?
410.
Okay, I thought he said he's a 419. So you want to call your account to them?
No, I'm good.
All right. So thank you so very much, and let's meet some other time. Bye.